Good morning.
Good morning. So this is the fourth workshop, the application workshop. Let's start with shaking and breathing.
We had a small group this morning due to some problems with getting here.
Getting here, some person whose name shall not be mentioned is still on the route from Spain here, not back home.
People are on holiday.
Or have better things to do.
Or have other things to do.
Other things to do.
Not better things. This is the best.
This is the best of the best.
We'll do the set of fast form warm-ups. Quite a while back, I'll put them on the ground. Quite a while back, Sanjitam developed a set of warm-ups for the fast form system. From my notes,
And you made
I
cue cards.
I made cue cards.
Yeah.
For those who don't have the cue cards, email me, I'll send them to you. You have to zoom in. No.
Yeah.
Well, shaking and breathing is like a general warm-up.
Shaking and breathing, shaking and breathing.
It's just shaking and breathing. It's not in this set specifically mentioned, but there is no specific fast form shaking and breathing. Okay, the first one is just shoulder rolls. Every which way you can roll your shoulders. Make big circles. Forward. Backward. And make the roll throughout the whole body, not just the shoulders itself. And then alternate it forward. Yep. Roll out some stiffness and backward.
Using the big hammer, slash him.
Yeah. You're rebuilding a garden fence through the leaves in the garden.
Yesterday.
Yes, just yesterday in the sun.
So that the dog can escape it.
Yep. So it's not for things to come in the garden, but the dog not go out the garden. It's like a prison, actually. We built a prison.
Yeah.
We built a prison camp for the dog.
Nice prison.
Yeah, nice prison. Okay. How do you call this? This is opposite directions. One shoulder goes forward, one goes backward. And the other direction. Yeah. How do you do that? Then there's this scooping movement. First a little bit small scoops, and then you make the scoops bigger and bigger. Make sure your lower body, your knees are stable. It's not turning with the movement. Turn your body, turn your waist. You can scoop back. Some people might know this from the Bagua warm-up exercises, the Bagua Super Fitness. You can walk around if you want. And the other direction of the circling is called the golden dragon plays with the ball. First start with smaller circles. You can make bigger circles. And then a quite funny one is the electric eel. And you can go, the eel is swimming. It's, once in a while it gives an electric pulse, you do. Palm strikes to the sides. I can imagine this is also a very good exercise for bodyguard training. Okay. It's not on. Any questions about this set
So far,
so far? Next set is more Fa Jing training. And in a sense, this is only for more advanced students. Before you can teach this, train it yourself quite a while before you teach it to other people. And the idea is Fa Jing, and Fa Jing is not just fast movement. It's not, you see a lot of YouTube films, YouTube clips of people doing Fa Jing and it just moves very fast. And that's not Fa Jing. Fa Jing, what I recommend is build up slowly. It's like building up from the dantian, or if you want, first go to the bottom of your feet and then go up. And through your spine, you just shoot your energy forward. And make it first a very slow movement. At the end of you can say that it's a yin phase for gathering, and then you throw it out as a yang moment. It's about 90%, 95% yang, yin, 95% yin, and just 10 or 5% yang. The yang movement in the hands, it's just building up, and just open up your palm of the hand just for a moment and then relax again. This is very slow motion movement. You go and open up and gather again. That's just a moment that your hands are totally open. But if you freeze here, you tense up. So don't tense up. Relax your hands, just open up. can make a sound with it. And first, shoot out from your fingertips. It's not from your palms. One of the traps you can make in here, the wrong thing to do is blocking your wrist. If you do the palms out, a lot of people block their wrist. So don't do that. First, just loosen your hands. And do it very relaxed. It's more like when you wash your hands and you want to shake out the water drops out of your hand, like this. Not like this, this is different. That's more like...
We'll drop them into somebody else's
Yeah,
face.
somebody's face.
Direct them.
Another tip I can give is that you also do a little bit of the yin-yang hand and hands. Your hands go yang, you don't go yang with your hands. Not everything goes forward. So when you yang with your hands, a little bit yin of your head, it's just a little bit of stretching the back of your neck. It's not going back, it's just stretching a little bit. Internally stretching. Now, 1,000 times, and then the other side.
994.
Later on, we'll do an exercise with this, a test. Shabab suggested to do this on the punching bag, but that's for later. First, have a very relaxed feeling of this Fa Jing movement before you hit something.
Or someone.
When we have a punching bag here, but then somebody has to hold it. We don't have a hook on the ceiling to hang on. Then somebody have to hold it like this.
I can echt voelen.
And when it feels very relaxed, you can speed up a little bit. You really feel it's relaxed. So after the young moment, the hands relax again. But don't collapse your hands. So don't do... Keep them a little bit yin feeling relaxed, a little bit open. It's not too yin. Any questions about this? Okay, I'll see a few, let's say it's refinements possible. But I see some people do this like this. So that comes all out of the arms. The body shifts a little bit and then the whole movement is in the arms. It's not supposed to do that. You do it from your whole body. That's if everything builds up from your feet to the lower back, to the upper back, to the shoulders, to the elbows, to the wrist, and then to your hands. It's more like
Seesaw?
no, more like playing a steam train. the whole arms are propelled by the body movement. Body moves, arms move, and then the hand moves. And don't stop at the end. That's another thing I see people do, is stop at the end. But don't stop, as immediately going to the yin side.
Not in this class. We don't do that in this class, but in general, he sees people do that. Not here.
Any questions?
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it? Do you use the arm? Is it arm?
No, as an exercise, the fingertips.
Okay, it's not.
It's the fingertips.
It's just a fingertip.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not the palms. We do that later.
Yeah.
This first exercise, just the fingertips, that you learn to open and close immediately by relaxing. So opening is not by tensing, it's by, I don't know the right word for it, but it's more like propelling from the whole body. It's also not a whip-like movement. You don't do, you don't do, it's not a whip,
Oh,
it's the fingertips. So very slow motion again, you go, and immediately you relax again. So gathering, issuing. Fa Jing is often translated as issuing energy. And often it's translated as explosive energy, but it's not really, not always explosive. In Chin style, you see a lot of explosive movements, especially if you see the, how is it called, the cannonball, the cannon fist. Explosive movements. This is just very simple, it's very easy build up the Fa Jing, and then you can later on do some more explosive movements. So don't do the palms yet, before you learn to relax the wrists.
Oh, ja, dat voelt goed.
And the Peng, this is just the first movement. It's not even on or something, it's just feeling the Fa Jing from a very relaxed movement. And Peng, basic circle of Peng is moving forward, the forward circle. You do that with your shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and it's literally a flick of the wrist, you do the Fa Jing. So don't go, see a lot of people do Peng like this, it's more like, the wrist, a flick of the wrist. Don't forget the backhand, the lower hand, the yin hand. It's also a little bit of a Fa Jing movement. And to that, add to that. Shibab, don't. If I'm explaining, please keep the camera on me. Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay. So when you do the Peng, the yin hand also, you can go open. So don't leave it too yin. It has to be a little bit more balanced. The yin-yang movement. The other arm, there you can go. Let's see a few things. Again, don't stop at the end. Don't stop. It's flick of the wrist and then relax. Another thing I see is that the arm extends. Don't do that, it's still, you can train it as if the whole lower arm is going forward, not just the wrist, not the hand. It's not going like this, it's going like There's a variation you can do, double push, double Peng.
And do you feel a slight shock wave through the shoulders and upper body when you do that?
No, you shouldn't feel a shock wave. It's because it's very relaxed. You should do this very relaxed. It's more an impulse you throw out. If you do have a shock wave, then you're too much tense. There's just some, what's the right word for it in English? You make too much effort.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel it a little bit, just switch back to the first movement. If you tense up at the end, then you feel some sort of a whiplash throughout the body. So be very careful to do that.
No, I didn't mean a whiplash, it just means a shock, a wave.
I mean, if you exaggerate it, you can get yourself a whiplash. There's too much force coming back. So that's not the tension you want in your body. You want to get it out of your system. You throw it out. So no shock internally.
Hmm.
Well, because it's issuing energy, you shouldn't feel a shock coming back. You have to push it out.
Okay, but I do feel that the moment that I extend it, it's like something happened, my body moves.
Mm-hmm. Well, then there's what you didn't see. People on camera didn't see it, but what I saw, and that's what a lot of people do, not exaggerate it. People do this. It's more like a whip movement.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes out. That's not supposed to do that. It's the wrist. It's literally a flick of the wrist.
Yeah, but still, then you feel that circling through the arm, right?
You can feel it circling through the arm.
Okay, that's
more
what I mean.
as a build-up,
Yeah.
and then an issuing.
Okay.
You shouldn't go,
No.
for example,
But when you
just exaggerating.
Extend it, it's like it goes through the arm, right?
And then the wrist goes up,
Yes.
not in the fingers. That's the first exercise. That's it.
Okay. Clear.
Well, there's a different quality in the way you do it. I'm used to do it like, just tensing after the. This also gives some power, but if you really relax after the Fa Jing, it's a different quality, but it's very difficult to get the relaxation afterward. With the fingers, it's more easy, but with the Peng, it's a kind of different energy. So this is more intense afterwards, and this is well
Yeah,
seeking the relaxation after the movement.
well, it's great observation for yourself, and that's exactly why we practice this. You have to practice to get more loose. A lot of people tense up, in all the movements you have to go. Later on we'll discuss this a little bit more in applications, but this is how you practice it. And practice it very slowly first, like this. Get the correct movement. You don't do this or stiffen up or whatever things can happen. And then you can speed it up a little bit. And while it looks like a workout if you do 1,000 times left and 1,000 times right, it shouldn't be a workout. It's an energy exercise. It's not a physical exercise. Then cue cards. We already did the third exercise. The first was the fingertips. The second is the Peng. And actually, the third is that you also add the Fa Jing in the lower hand.
Yeah. The bigger than,
But we already did that. Next one is that you go up with the wrist and down with the palm. Again, slow in the beginning. And even though you have sore shoulders from hard work, it shouldn't be too much effort. This
building fences.
building fences, cleaning windows, and the first exercise in the first set, there's this striking to the sides. It's more like loosening up your body, and now it's with a little bit more Fa Jing. Now you can add a little bit more palm strike without tensing the wrist. Both arms. And you can go. Or with the wrist out and palms back. All kinds of variations you can do. Fine diagonal. Also, flick of the wrist, so it's not flapping your hands outward. It's a flick of the wrist. It's a spiral movement. We will notice on the camera with my right hand, I can do it fine with my left hand. Because I broke my arm a couple of times in the past, I can't turn it anymore that far, so I have more difficulties in this hand to do a flick of the wrist. This is no problem. This is a bit of a problem for me. The last one of this series is the brush, knee, and push movement. You can do it like pick up the ball, brush, knee, push. And within the push, you do also a little bit of a Fa Jing type energy on the lower hand. Other side. Side view for the camera. And then you can do the palm strike if you want. And very easy, very relaxed. Do not tense up the wrist. After a couple hundred times, you can also do the Repuls monkey. So you shift your weight back, and then you do palm strike, and shift your weight forward, brush, knee, and push. That's the complete exercise. What do you notice in your hands?
Really warm.
Warm and tingly, fuzzy feelings.
Fuzzy. Big fuzzy palms.
Yes. And I like to add another one to the whole series. It's not officially in this series, not on the cue card. It's in punch. A lot of people tense up in the punch because they clench the fist. What you actually do when you punch, you have a very relaxed, loose fist. And the loose fist is when you can look through it. And just at the end, you squeeze a little bit. And official way to do it is you squeeze from bottom up.
Oh, yeah.
And you want the knuckle of your middle finger as the energy point that comes out. So like the Peng, the wrist, the energy goes out of the wrist. It's this knuckle you want to go. Of course, the other hand, the yin hand, is also a little bit active in the form. It's like this. You can do that too. Depends on the form. You can do more like this or more together. While you're talking about details, make also sure that the bone of your middle finger is in line with the lower arm, is in line in the direction of the punch. See some people punch like this, not in here of course.
No.
Punch like this or punch like this. Everything needs to be in line. You can, it's like an arrow. When you shoot bow and arrows, you don't start like this. Usually if you want to hit the target. Or you don't start like this. You aim, and then the arrow shoots forward. There's also the bones of your lower arm, the middle finger, all the bones are already aimed. It's not like, see people do punches like that. And what you want to do is a spiral movement. It's in the form, but then here is just a little bit of Fa Jing add to it, Fa Jing flavor. You see, the whole build-up of this series is getting more difficult. This is the first. And I can advise that you practice this for thousands and thousands of times before you do the other ones.
Thousands and thousands of
Thousands
times.
of times. And exactly. The brush knee pushes and the monkeys is quite complex if you do that, like that. Okay, the last set, the 3 sets of the whole warm-up exercise is kicking. It's free kicking a little bit. You can't, for some reason, can't kick above your nose height. Don't do that. Don't try it. Just as high as you can without leaning and without bending your whole body. Keep your body straight and vertical and just kick in every direction you want to kick. Then you can add a little bit of the of Fa Jing flavor doing like this with your heel.
Yeah.
But do not do a whip-like movement. It will hurt your knee. You want the energy get out. It's like you don't want to have a shock back when you do the hand Fa Jing. You don't want the shock back when you do the kick. It goes outwards. So that's also for loosening up and have a bit of the Fa Jing feeling in the kicks. Then you can do the officially form kicks. Just open your hands, like in the fast form. The heel kick in the fast form. Okay, the hands go sideways, they don't go down. They do not go down. In the first two kicks, you can go down with one hand. But the heel kick, the hands go sideways, not down. Might be a very nice, fun dance,
Oh,
but it's not a kick in the form. If you really want to work out, you do it from.
Come on.
And while we're on it, a little refinement of the form itself, you go down, the fists go up, I do slow motion, and then you raise your foot, and then it explodes out. And as an application, you have the fist above your head. Yeah, that was the third one is you squat, you touch your toes, and then you go up.
tuurlijk.
Don't bend down.
Sure,
Keep looking forward.
sure.
Always keep looking forward to this exercise. That's another thing. Okay, flying lotus kick. Also one to do. You can hit your knee. You're not up to lifting your leg too high. A few common mistakes in the flying lotus kick is some people tend to lean back. With the
Dat
kick.
is best.
Also do that with the heel kick. Do not do that. Keep vertical. Also, some people lean forward. They bend their back. Keep your spine straight, vertical. Lift the spirit. Don't worry about hitting your foot. Just hit the knee or hit the shin. And later on, if you warmed up and you're flexible enough, you can hit the foot. The golden cock stands on one leg. You can do it very low. Yeah. This is more like the workout version of the standard golden vowel form. The fast one you can go. You can keep as vertical as possible. You don't bend forward. Do not do this. You're more sitting. Sitting. But don't exaggerate the movement. The next movement is, it's not in the golden vowel form actually, but in the long form is the movement needle to sea bottom, or officially called searching for the needle at the sea bottom, the bottom of the sea. And then you launch yourself back and go into the white crane position. Launch yourself forward and launch yourself backward. Do not, do not jump back and forth.
Launch.
So don't jump. Keep as horizontal, the movement as horizontal as possible. Go down and back, down and back, down and back. Also the other foot, of course.
Als jullie even een kwartslag draaien, dan kan ik het anders opnemen. Ja. Ja, super.
And now cooling down, just arm circle movement. Swinging the arms forward and back. Or just changing directions every time. It's also a movement some people know this from the Vagas super fitness movement exercises. Okay. And the last one on the list is just skipping. I remember the first time I signed to get this series, everybody was looking, is this part of the series? Is this part of the exercise? Or what is it? Definitely is the last exercise of the warm-up set. And the whole set is on the cue cards. If you don't have it, just email me and I'll send it to you.
So this is an hour workout. Yeah.
With all the explaining,
Yes.
you can do the whole series in about 20 minutes. Or 50.
Or an hour.
Or
Yeah.
an hour. Especially when you do 1,000 Fa Jing
Yeah.
movements.
Exactly.
We did that in a training one time. 1,000 left and 1,000 on the right. Some people still have nightmares. But okay, let's have a little break. Let's do the fast form slow. Let's do the whole form. Just Slower pace. Don't speed up. When you do this, the form, and I can advise that you do that first in the first section. You can do the Fa Jing movements whenever you want to do that. If you want to do the first movements, it's not that spectacular, but you can go. You don't have to do Fa Jing on every movement. You can just start easy and go. But before you do that, make sure you do the first sets, exercises relaxed, and you have no feeling of a shock back or whatever. Do not tense up on every movement of the form. It's still not. We're just discussing in the break that you see YouTube clips of people doing. Don't do that, please, please don't. Especially don't put it on YouTube. Just relax on every movement of the form. You can do that, even in single whip here. You don't have to do that. Little demonstration of that I did in France in a Tai Chi festival in Janière, and it's somewhere on YouTube if you want to see it again. You can find it, I'll send you the link. It's just a fun way to do the form. And it's playing. When you do fast form a lot, and you have the sequence sort of integrated, then you can do a lot of more playing with the form. You can jump around a little bit and play with it, but keep very vertical and very relaxed. The whole form you learn that very vertical. So one of the topics of today's, we have a few topics for today. One is alignment, and the vertical alignment, we already talked about it, but it's still so important, so valuable to keep that. I see a couple of you already doing movements that you have the verticality not totally integrated yet.
Not
So
in this group, but in general.
in general, a lot of things, but still a lot of movements. You can refine your verticality a little bit more. It's just impossible to move around very quickly if you move your body too much. So keep vertical. Later on, we'll do some other exercises for that.
Because you got to compensate every time that your body is out of alignment. You need to compensate to do the next
Yeah, it's
movement.
a wasting energy if you just move forward. You have to stop like this and go back. It's a lot of effort to have this movement. We do. It's a slippery floor, so you have to be careful not to slide. So keep really vertical. Okay. Let's try that out for the first section with a little bit of Fa Jing on every movement, the posture, or whenever you like to do a little bit of Fa Jing. We'll move slow. Move slow. So not at top speed yet. You can go begin. Any questions?
No, relaxation again is
That's key.
is key.
Need to not speed up
Yeah.
the person doing it because it tends to speed you up if you do that.
Yeah, don't have
No rush.
no rush, no haste. Just relax. We call it the Max Verstappen principle. Now,
We're very fast, but we're never in a hurry.
absolutely. Always relaxed. Okay, let's try this one a little bit. So, move my wrist for a moment. Wrist watch. Hold my wrist. Now you can feel just arm movement doesn't do much. You can do very fast and give both of us a shock. So if you go like the fast Fa Jing movement, you go. And do it small movement first. Don't go. That's just a bulldozer. It's a caterpillar jing. You go. And you can feel when
Yeah, I can feel
it's
it.
just a fast movement or a more Fa Jing movement. Let the other person feel what he or she feels. And do it wrong once in a while. Yang Yang with head and hands. And Yin Yang head and hands. You feel the build up from your feet, to the back, to the shoulders, the arms. There you go. You just need a very small movement. Clear?
Okay.
Try that.
Okay. Nou, hallo.
Too much. Ja,
1,5 meter.
too much.
Een 1,5 meter. Ik zou zeggen, dus het is niet. Ja, heel goed. Want dat is wat je wil hebben. De ander echt.
Ik ook weer een verschil. Ik voel wel verschil. Maar het is, hij gaat niet te.
Ja, maar je voelt, ik doe dit. En zo. Ja, nog zachter, nog meer uit je schouder. Met de beweging. Met je voet geduldig. Ja. Wat?
Ja.
Gewoon even, dat echt alsof je niks deed. Omdat je niet echt helemaal niks. Als er wat meer aankomt. Ja. Ja. Oh ja, inderdaad, ja. Oh ja. Wat is het? Oh, ik zit te doen, hè? Oh, dat is de laatste.
Ja, dat is wel een naam
Ja,
tegen.
precies.
Ja.
Ja.
Maar ik ben over dat.
Oh, ja, maar ik kan niet.
Ja, corrigeren.
Weet wat.
Ja, nee, niet helemaal.
Ja. Zal je wat algemene correcties geven?
Oké. Mag ik je wat even? Ik vond het.
Je hebt iets meer de vingers nog.
Ja, maar ik doe helemaal niks. Wat is het nu? Ik wil alleen maar die energie ervoor brengen.
Ja.
Dat is echt ongelooflijk, hè, eigenlijk. Oh, als je wat meer doet, dan voelt het eigenlijk, als je wat meer doet, voelt het spannender, dan wanneer je zo.
Ja.
Wat dichterbij staan, maar.
Ja, als je merkt dat je iets niet goed gaat, dan doe het expres niet goed.
Nee, maar het is wel heel subtiel om zeg maar, dit toch wel opgeleid te hebben, maar niet te gebruiken.
A couple of refinements what I see happening. So, first, you're already in a locked position, in a blocked position, and then it can work. It works better than you're already in a more open position. And open, I mean, especially the elbows are not too close to the body. So this is already when Jill is pushing me. Push. It's already a good firm stance. If I stand like this and Jill pushes me, it's much harder. So it's good to have some tests like this before you do the Fa Jing. You can feel from there's a solidity in the posture, and then you can go. And what I see happening is that the body moves forward before you move your hands.
Mm.
And now I'm again in a blocked position. So in that sense, we'll talk a little bit more about the expansions later on. It's already expanding before I do anything else. When we move forward, I'm already expanding, and then go to the Fa Jing. So I don't go, there's expansion already, and then there's a Fa Jing release, issuing.
Is there also a relation with your hips? You're standing?
And we're not even talking about it. There might be a couple of dozens, maybe hundreds of other principles you can have, but you can play with it. If you, the question was, what about the hips? If you do this,
Extremely stupid.
yeah, extremely stupid, so on purposely wrong, you can feel there's nothing happening. So you can do the folding and folding out. You can do opening the qua. You can do releasing from the Ming Man. You can do anything you want to play with. But first, the basics is have an open position, so don't block yourself to begin with, and you a little bit. That's already doing something. Very subtle. And then you can do a little bit more other stuff to that. Okay, let me test you for a moment. Maybe you can see it on the camera, you go forward, blocking, and then trying to do something else. So already extending before even moving forward. You see? That's way different.
Yeah, very different.
So there are a couple of things to not do is blocking yourself. Opening yourself is the first thing, and then you can do the more Fa Jing movement. Other things? Okay, try that a bit again.
Yeah, we noticed that the more that we really did, the harder it got.
We'll do that in the next
The
time.
less we do. Yeah, okay. Ik wil helemaal even doen.
Ja, oké.
Met de netjes stappen. Ik niet. Kijk, en dan wil ik even hij houdt heel vast en vast.
Dat beter.
Ja, dat weet ik.
Dat is te veel in de armen.
Ja, precies.
Dat is beter. Je komt dan keer eerst naar voren. Dan straks had je ook al iets meer geblokkeerde ellebogen. En nou. Ja, precies.
Meer naar achteren gaan toen jullie scheppen.
Ja.
Naar achteren.
Ja.
Begin eerst naar achter. Nog meer open
Ja,
positie.
Doe. Zo. Ja,
Nou,
dat.
je komt eerst naar voren waardoor je het blokkeert.
Ja.
Dan moet je het weer uit je arm halen.
Ja.
Dus als je hier begint, dan
Terughouden.
ja. Ja.
Ja.
Ja, ja.
Nog een beetje.
En dan leer je aan het eind toch wat je. Nou, smooth.
Ja.
Inderdaad.
Ja.
En dan doe je. Dus,
Ja, maar dan kom je toch weer terug. Je blijft wel doorgaan, volgens mij. Terwijl je gewicht verplaatst. Ja, dat is het. Want net ging je weer
beter. Dat is wat meer bulldozer.
Ik zit uit te laten. En dan.
Nog met de armen.
Dan help je eerst. Dan moet je eerst korter en dan moet je het langer maken. Dus begin met die expansie. Dan is het alleen maar in de gedachte. Als je het is.
Een beetje aan het schouder. Kan je niet sneller worden?
Ja, precies. Dat is beter. Maar dan, aan het eind deed je nog dit en dat is dan niet nodig.
Ja.
Dus je doet dan. Dit ging goed. Dan doe je, het ging goed. En dan doe je nog dat.
Ja, dankjewel.
Dan gaat hij naar achter.
Dat is inderdaad heel ontspannen.
Mag ik dan een keer mee af?
Ja, ja. Nee, maar ook Arjan heeft met jou.
Ja. Arjan mag ook. Ja. Die was beter.
Ja. Yes.
Een beetje je nekharen strekken. Ja, die was beter. Ja.
Jullie ook nog even te filmen.
Dat ik dat test. Dan kom je al meer naar voren eerst. Nee, dat is een stuk beter. Deze keer doe je het expres fout, hè?
Ja.
Zo. Hoor je het verschil?
Ja, je gaat gewoon inzitten. Dan breng je naar voren.
Ja. Dus je kunt allerlei dingen die je al weet, kun je ook toepassen. Maar dat maakt het te complex soms. Dus hou het heel simpel. Met allerlei andere principes nog even hetzelfde houden. En dan pas kan je dingen doen als meer inzitten, dan tien richten, whatever.
In English.
Dit is even voor eigen gebruik. Oké, switch over in English.
Do you want to do a small break?
Oh, before we do a small break, just have a little bit of a recap. Fa Jing it's very relaxed. And one of the things in Tai Chi is, of course, relaxation, relaxation, relaxation. But the more you relax, the more power and the more Fa Jing you can generate. And one of the comments with this exercise, somebody said, the more you do, the less will happen. The more effort you do. It's too much effort, too much doing, and it won't work. The least effort, the more relaxation, and the more it can work. But that's one of the hardest things in Tai Chi to
Very
learn.
hard. Yeah.
But it's so paradoxal. It's not hard. It's soft. That's why it calls Tai Chi a soft style, because you keep relaxed. The other day I did a workshop with people, and I noticed that I can relax on other levels again. There was an exercise of being pushed, and I had to relax my hip. And I could feel that I wasn't totally relaxed in my hip. And the other person who was testing me, very annoying, but he noticed that too. No, it's not annoying. It's worthwhile to do those kinds of tests. So relaxation, 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 but keeping the foundation, keeping the alignment, keeping the principles straight. It's not relaxation like being SpongeBob. So, any other things?
Cool.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah, great.
Do a little bit more of these exercises after the break. Okay, back from the break. We do a couple of form refinements. We ended up in the on position. We continue from there. Just warm up with the first section of the form. Let's see. You do the form. Thank you. Any details left from beginning to the on?
De G blijft voor mij
The G.
aansluiten.
Yeah. Yeah, the G is with the shuffle step is a little bit complex in the beginning. And once you get it, you get it. It's the Peng Nu. Then you go to what we used to call catching the butterfly. You step a step forward, that's the shuffle step. And then it's the G. With the kick and go to arm. So you break down that part in little bits. Peng Nu, G, arm. And at some point you can just speed it up. G, arm. Then you have to shuffle.
Yeah. But there's no the G.
No, yeah.
Not at this point.
You go the Peng Nu in the Lu movement. You go forward and the shuffle step, and the G is this. And depending on you want to do some extra Fa Jing in this, you do a follow-up step. You don't need to do that, and you go straight from there to the kick. May I use your hands like that? So in the G, I do Peng Lu. I can do G here already. I don't have to do, because that's way more difficult. The follow-up step in the G, it's very hard to do it. So you just G, or do like an expansion movement first, and then you go G. That's Fa Jing with the follow-up step. So you don't have to do the follow-up step here. So Peng Lu, shuffle, G, and then that. Later on in the form, you can add to that if you want to do, like in the second section, you go. Considering you don't want to do repetitions in the form, you do similar movements, different applications, you can do a different G there. But in the first section, it's just shuffle step, G. So continue from on. On is a low position here. That's lower than the rest of the form. You don't have to go way low. So the arm is you end up in a low position. Not too low in the beginning because the next movement, I add a little bit extra to the form, and that's moving your weighted leg, stepping with your weighted leg without shifting back. There are a number of ways to do this movement. One of the ways to do movement is protecting your kidneys, but we'll do that later in the form. And this is stepping to the side. A bit of the idea is it's like bullfighting. A lot of people they still do it in Spain. Have the red cape here, and the bull comes and go. They never hold it like here.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons. Maybe they did that and they just decided not to do that anymore. So if the bull comes from your back, you don't want to turn around. You want to step to the side. That's one of the applications. When somebody comes behind you, just step out of the way. But that's quite a challenge if you have your full weight on your back leg, of your front leg, and the front leg you go.
I cannot do it without putting some weight of my left foot.
Yeah. So at the least movement going back, the better. You don't shift the weight back to turn. What can help is move your arms. People in ballet or figure skating, they know this trick, that you could move your arms and you turn around. And even Michael Jackson could do that. And Michael Jackson, I don't know if he still has the world record, but one time he had the world record the number of spins he could make in one movement. So about 9 at that time. My personal record was 2.5. I can't do that anymore. I don't know. Didn't try that for a while.
Anderhalf zeker.
But then this movement you don't have to do that. It's 180 degrees, so a half a turn. Step. Move your arms. And that's also the application. If the release comes to my back, I go arms first.
Oh yeah.
So I stand on this side and go that direction. And then you don't have to shift your weight into the back leg first to turn. You just turn. So a couple of years ago, we made a little rhyme for all the single whip movements. And this is number 1, I am gone.
Number 2, to the loo. Number 3, over the knee. Yeah.
4 close the door and 5 let's jive.
Something like that, exactly.
Ja, heel goed.
Exactly. There you go, with sort of a Fa Jing whip movement here. Look in the mirror, step, and palm strike. So, after arm, turn, look left, gaze right, look in the mirror, turn, plant your foot, and palm strike. And a little follow-up step if necessary. Okay, one refinement in this. Turn, whip, look in the mirror. Now plant your foot first.
Okay.
And then you go to palm strike. I see this happening. You go down and then strike like this. And go forward already. Then you already wasted a little bit of energy. You step here, foot down, and then strike. So you look in the mirror, first plant your foot, and you go to the ready position for the strike, and you go strike. And follow-up step if necessary. It's too soon shifting the weight forward. So you look in the mirror, plant your foot, and then you go to the ready position to strike. You don't go forward and then strike. And why is that? Because, may I use your fist for a moment? Punch, or punch, whatever. So this is the movement, looking in the mirror and turn. And then you strike. It's very nasty movement. So the whip and punch comes, you go. And now the strike. One thing to remember is the whole principle of the 6 harmonies, 3 external coordinations, you know, you coordinate. Knee, elbow, hand, foot. Knee, elbow, hand, foot. Looking in the mirror and turn, knee, elbow, and then hand, foot. When you go into the ready position to strike, and then strike.
And then the strike is also connected to the last foot, the back foot.
If necessary, you do a follow-up step.
Yes.
But not always necessary. If you do a small step, you don't.
You're already there.
Do a larger step, then you can do a follow-up step.
And when you say ready state, is that already touching your opponent or not?
Well,
Not
it depends.
necessarily, but it could be sticky.
It's more the ready position for the strike is more that you don't go strike from this position because it's very hard to strike here. So you go ready, strike. Now I do it very slow motion, and in a fight you don't have the luxury to do that slow motion. So, and the ready position, if I may borrow your fist, is more like not my nose. Yeah. Ready. I'm already looking with my palm looking at the opponent.
Okay, this is so
So this is the defense position. Now I'm ready. And probably you want to step back at this moment.
Yeah, also because I think you could strike here, but and then would it be more logical to lure me rather than strike? But that's okay.
Well, I could lure you, but I'm already
You're already invested in front leg, yeah.
ready here.
Yeah.
So I can
Yeah.
might lure you.
So you just better go through and strike. Yeah. Just wonder about that.
So this might be a very small Peng Lu, but then you strike already.
Yeah, and you want to hear you go for throat. Okay. I don't know. That was just also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the ready is quite forward already. Yes.
Like swimmers. The stand
I'm
on
sorry.
the low, like swimming.
Where's the ready
They-
position
they
in swimming?
stand on a little
Johan?
platform and they
Sorry.
say, ready?
Oh, that's ready.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready? Right. Here you're not ready yet. Now I'm ready.
Lotus.
So the follow-up step is optional. If you do a smaller step, you don't have to do the follow-up step. But if your opponent is already retreating, you can do a lunge step forward. So when you're already in a ready position, but the other one is already retreating, you can go forward. An extra step, optional. But if you're practicing with a big group in a small space, it's better to have a little bit of agreement and do the stepping or not do the stepping. Otherwise, you're striking one of your fellow students. You might see me sometimes doing that extra step, or not. So it's an optional movement. Now, from the single whip, now you step, or at least turn your heel out, or step back. Again with the weighted foot. And my foot, the weighted foot, the left foot in that sense, I step back and tag. It's the single whip, step back, tag.
Met this hand.
Tag with the
Ja.
front hand. The simple reason is when you come with a fist from this side, I don't want to look first. It's also in the standard form, you don't look first. In the standard form, you go forward and tag. In the fast form, you turn out the heel at least. If she punches only like this, you don't turn the heel. She punches like this, you step back. And here, finger whip, step back, tag. And the foot together like in the standard form. And you can do lifting hands like in the standard form, but over the years we used to do is keeping the whip hand, the crane's bill, with a little kick.
To the chin.
To the chin or whatever target is closest and the
Wie kan je
easiest to
het
do. Left hand goes down, right hand goes up. Tag and I already see a couple of you correcting yourself. But the first movement, you want to keep being aware of what happens there when you do the whip. I see. What I first saw was this. When you're a really great master, you can pose like that because you have grown a couple of eyes in the back of your head. before that happened, just be aware of what's happening there. And then you go. This movement is also a very nice movement. There's the fist is coming to your nose. This is the tag, and usually you can hook around here and do a whip movement again. That's one of the applications. So for straight in the front of the camera for tag, you step back, tag, and you do hook. Watch sleeves like this.
Don't tickle his armpit, Jules.
Beware of your armpits. So, that's one of the applications. You can do that with the lifting hands, open hands. That's also very nice to do that. You can also do.
Ow!
And that hurts. That really hurts if you do that with full Fa Jing and this movement. The back hand going down propels the front hand going up. That's the yin yang.
Yeah, you can really feel that when you do that. Yeah.
And it gives a shock to the other person's system. And then you can do other things if you want. The kick, we won't practice that for real without any protection in the shins or whatever. But you can imagine that you can go. With the shock here, you can create a shock there. And then you can do whatever you want. So this is the...
Oh, dat is down.
There's a kick here.
Yes, it is a
And for...
to the chin.
How you call it? For demonstration reasons, you can make a sound with it. Not necessary. You can kick like this. You do. This makes it more spectacular.
And the hand, if it strikes with the upper part, is it a strike then, or because it's not a lié, even though you have the contrast?
It's split. This
It's
is
still split, you would
It's
say,
split.
even though your strike, like your actual impact, is not splitting, right? Because the split is more between feet and arm, right? Because you're targeting two places.
Well,
Does
split.
that make sense what I'm saying?
Split is basically opposite energies,
Oh yeah, okay, sure.
and
Yeah.
often they translate split as cutting the branches and the roots. And that you do that with the lotus kick, for instance.
Yes.
But it's not necessarily like that. Split is also later on in the form. It's opposite energies.
You pull the arm downward
Yes.
I'm
and
pulling and striking at the same
striking.
time.
Yes, and I was just
Back
wondering
and
if
front.
it's your own energies now going opposites rather than the other guys necessarily, right? Because you still have one single point of impact when you're targeting with the
No, you,
wrist
you
to
can
the arm.
you can also practice it like this. You can do
And it would still be split,
Yes,
right? For
that's
that, yeah.
more
Okay,
split.
just to make sure I get it. Yeah.
splitting the other person, splitting the arm off.
Yes. Yes. Then it would be.
Oh, give me another
That's
Boy
more-
Scout. This one's split.
Like split.
More
Are we
graphic
splitting
detail.
here? Are we? Yeah.
But opposite energies. This is also
Opposite.
considered a split if
Yes.
you have your energies opposite.
Yes.
But as applications, it's not split.
Yes, and because the hand structure is like a chai, chai. Sounds like the tea, Pluck.
Pluck.
Yeah.
Well, pluck
But
and strike with the crane's bill is different. What
Yes.
application I demonstrated first? This pluck
yes,
and this is
Yes.
strike.
yes,
With the sort of same hand movement. So this is pluck Pluck. Which way
Yes.
this is Pluck. And this pecking movement
Yes.
brings the energy out of your wrist. Very carefully, try this. Without sticking your tongue out.
Voorzichtig, hè, Arjan.
Without the pecking feeling. And with the pecking feeling. Watch out if you look to the dentist. It's very different feeling. Only the wrist or the plucking feeling.
Zo, talk.
You can knock yourself out
Yeah.
this way. And when you do that, it's very nasty. That's the same
Dus bal.
here. This can be at the temple height.
Yes.
Very nasty. Or the chin. Chin is a little bit harder for yourself to strike. But then again, way worse for the other person. Now you can go. That's an application, it's not in the form. That form is just, and then you go down with the tag again. Yeah? So from on, step around, whip, plant your foot, strike, with or without follow-up step, step back, and tag again, and then you go. Now you go down, tag, lift up, step back, and strike high. So from this side, make sure you do a tag. After the lifting hands, you do a tag. Could be a block, if that's more appropriate at the moment. The left hand is going down and circle up again. You can see something is not totally clear. I'll show it from this side. Lifting hands, tag. There's somebody coming from that side. Already knocked out some person on that side. And in the corner of your eyes, you see something coming from here. On that side, you can tag. Pick up the balls, throw them away, and then you strike.
Can you show one more time?
I'll be happy to, maybe even more. Lifting hands, tag, and strike.
Yeah.
I'll give a little bit more details about the white crane in a moment. But make sure you do, after the lifting hands, the tag, and dropping down, and have a sort of a defense here. It's a defense for kicking sometimes, or low punches. And we want to lift up. More details later.
Ja, heb ik.
Now you said you change your foot. Like for lifting hands, it has to be quite already to like west already. The foot is already west. Otherwise, you don't end up looking to the west.
This is to the north.
Yes, this is my, no, I know, but I'm talking left foot. It's,
Left foot, left
it's
foot
to the
is-
west. No?
Left foot is west.
Has to be
Because
to the west,
it's
otherwise
from
you
here.
don't have
Go there.
good setup for that.
Now it's a little bit
It's a little bit in. No?
in
Yeah.
because you're stepping back.
Boom.
There you go.
Now.
I struggled for a while about turning the foot because I used to turn the heel out. And observing Sanji at the time and Anuka, they were turning not the heel out, they're turning the toe in.
Yes.
But to me, it all depends. If the stance is already a little big, I'll turn the toe in. If the stance is not too big, I'll turn the heel out.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This is exactly my problem. I came up too narrow, so I can't be right.
Too narrow here,
Not healthy.
you turn the heel out because it gives you more space for your
Yes.
stance.
Yes. Yes.
Turn the toe in, it's out of balance. So if you really kick somebody, then you turn the toe in. And the weight goes to the right foot. Lifting hands. And the weight goes to the right foot. And that's also very paradoxical because you want to step with the right foot again. So that's also an optional thing. This morning we started with the warm-ups for the fast form. And one of the warm-ups was kneel to sea bottom to the white crane. And both stepping is more like a lunge step. That's what you want to do here. So from this position, you launch back. So if somebody comes with a kick, you want to defend yourself, but if the kick really comes, you step, you jump back, you launch yourself back.
What type of kick are you thinking? Like, is it like a kick I'm going here, or is it like here? What kind of kick am I doing?
It's more like an incoming kick.
Yeah,
Like
so
that.
then I would win. Yeah, I'm just thinking like
Yeah.
a specific
So if you
flag.
If you come in with a kick like that, I want to launch back.
Yeah.
You grab the
You
foot
grab my foot.
and go.
Okay, and I
And
do
you
like
go.
Yeah.
fly away like butterfly. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Or easier and better to practice application if you want to at some point practice this with each other. If you do a low punch to the belly, do this. This is the catching. And go.
Kun je dat nog een
This
keer
is
doen?
pick up the ball and
Een kwart slag draaien kan ik het beter.
little punch. Yeah. Punch you from, let's say, I was that direction.
Yeah.
A punch. Low punch here.
Auw.
Not very funny. That's also split, by the way.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Catching up, intercepting. Then we come to a very interesting part. There's a, I can't remember, I don't remember the name of the book, the title of the book, but there's a book, I have it in my library at some point, and the author describes about 25 different kinds of Jing. And this morning we practiced the Fa Jing, which is one, the Peng Jing, Lu Jing, all that. those kind of jings. There's listening jing, that's Peng Jing in Chinese. There's sticking Yan Jing. So they'll describe a lot of different kinds of jings. And to me, my little self-created translation, this jing is more like an applied or applicable energy. So that you're issuing the energy out, that's Fa Jing. That's an application. There's another one, and that's called coiling energy.
Coiling.
Coiling. And the other one is spring energy. And not spring like
The season.
a lot of spring energy today. Sunshine, birds are chirping. That's also spring energy, but I mean spring like a coil. And the movement right before the white crane is a good example for the coiling of spring energy. You do the lifting hands, intercept here, you step back, now you coil and release. This is a little bit exaggerated, of course, because you step back, coil, boom. So coiling energy.
A coil is een
It's
spiraal.
not the same as spiraling. Just, I'm sorry, this theory girl here.
You can coil with spiraling, but you can spiral without coiling.
Ja, je wint hem op, hè?
For example, just the arm, the push is spiraling and it's not coiling in that sense.
Yes.
This is the coiling movement. You're loading yourself. That's the coiling and then releasing it. The spiraling itself is spiral energy. And then,
So coiling is more spring, you compress. That's
yeah,
coiling.
you can do that with compression or with spiraling and compression. And this sense is both. You can also feel, just hold this. A lot of people, when they push from the back leg, and that can be strong, because the leg is strong. But if you do the coiling energy and releasing that coil, I'm exaggerating now, I'm really coiling here and releasing. Different feeling than just being shoved.
Yes. It's also you're lowering your center more below mine at the same time.
Because I'm exaggerating.
Yeah.
The coiling can be this. And releasing. Doesn't need to show that much.
No. No, it's a very different use from the word coiling, like fret, right? And fret is in a different style. And coiling in that system is more like a lot of rotation with the wrists and the arms to grab and pluck and to
Yeah.
It's what baseball
But
players
it's-
do when they
it's,
throw.
And they go.
It's less internal.
They don't throw, they coil it, and then it goes.
They call the whole
Met
body.
effect, zeg maar. Je moet,
Ja.
ja.
Spinnen we helemaal
Yes.
op. Nog.
Wat is de woord voor het? In tennis zeg ik ook toch? Spin of zo.
Ja, spelen. Het is niet compressie, spelen is gewoon te vechten.
Ja.
Ja, dat is just thinking like.
Dan doe je dit.
Coiling in tennis would be that you're loading
You're
yourself
sinking
up
in
for
and you're really
smashing.
like expanding there.
Loading yourself up and smash. You see that people doing that
It's
in the surf.
condensing also.
They coil their body. There's a lady on the YouTube channel and on Facebook, and she's chopping wood. And that's about all she does in those clips.
Ja.
In other clips, she was talking about chopping wood or woods, but how she does chop the wood, it's Tai Chi. Because she coils, well, normally wood choppers, they do just a straight down, but she curls up and what you see her doing is what I see seldomly in Tai Chi world. But lately I saw a clip from Chen Xiaowang. He was talking about rotating from 3 centers in the body, the lower center, middle center, and upper center. It could be the 3 Dantian within the body, or you were talking about the triple burner points.
Yes.
And I did a little bit of self-research in that sense. Is those 3 points, so the Dantian, the lower Dantian, the solar plexus, and higher up, must turn at the same time, but with a more elastic connection. It's not rigid. It's not exactly at the same time, but it's
a
coiling
gyroscope.
also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
Yeah,
thinking if you do
you
the
feel it.
coiling also, it's more easy to keep the upper structure relaxed. Because if you don't coil, you tend to tense up the back and like the core to connect.
A lot of people turn the upper body too much. The pushing, for example, just step brush knee push, they push from the upper body. And we are now learning about pushing the lower body. But if you turn the lower body without the upper body, it's quite useless.
Yes, disconnecting.
It's disconnecting. It's not as a rigid structure, but you can exaggerate it. You can do like a rubber band, first lower, middle, upper. Or if it's a little bit other level, you already expand in the upper, your middle and lower center. So that's sort of Peng energy, expanding energy. But to learn it, to have a feeling in it, you coil here, coil, you're lowering yourself up, and then you go breathe.
Yeah. And you can feel it when you like this and you just move it through those centers. You can just feel it
You feel it from
build up. Yeah.
very exaggerated, you do.
Yes, exactly. You can feel it build up.
And I see Tai Chi people doing that.
Yes,
Punching.
more contract than release.
Yeah, but in a coiling way.
Yeah.
In a coiling way.
It's
a new word.
This is also upstream energy, by the way. You just go back and release. That's more like compressing the spring and release it. But now I'm going to talk about the coiling, release it. But it's in the form just a little bit. From the lifting hands, the back, launch back, load yourself, and release. And then you continue with the rest of the stuff. Yeah?
Nice detail.
Yes.
This is quite a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot to take in. One thing to do to refine yourself is keep your shoulders low. Because
You'll see it in the tapes that I took from you. You know, you can look at your shoulders.
But it's a sort of a habit that when you do your best, you tense up your shoulders a
Tense
little
up
bit.
your shoulders.
Really doing the form right. Just release. Keep it least effort as possible. This morning we did a lot of Fa Jing exercises, and that's also the same thing. No effort, relax. This also, you don't have to. Don't do your best.
Be your best.
Then you get better.
Be your best.
We have to put that on.
Oh, we're gonna
On a
put that on the
t-shirt.
sticker. Yeah.
Is it also a kind of coiling?
Yeah, you can do that as a coiling.
Absoluut.
You can do that as a coiling in the sense of the loading for your launch back.
Ja, zeker.
And then you coil.
Yes, it looks quite symmetrical, but in a way internally still a lot of yin yang, because I was thinking even though the feet are almost parallel, like when you're not, because you're loading the one leg more than the other to retreat, you're still internally, and why I'm saying this is like you're not symmetrical, it looks a little bit symmetrical, but internally it's not symmetrical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to make it feel a little more symmetrical, you load up, coil up left, coil up right. As I said before, you can play with it at some point. It's not a destruction, but it's
But if you keep
experiment.
it symmetrical in turn, then the coiling is difficult.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The outside looks like doesn't show you what it
Let's
feels
see.
like inside.
It's still a bow stance. It's not feet are not parallel.
No.
It's still a bow stance.
For tiny people.
But if you,
And there's slight difference in hip feeling. No?
What do you mean?
You feel the same in the left and the right.
No,
Are you already
you fold it more in one.
Yes, exactly. So there is internal contrast. Yes.
Yin yang hips.
Yes. Yes.
Left fold. Left yin.
Yes. Otherwise, yes, exactly. There's no bow. Kan je niet? Er is geen boogspannen. Zeg maar. Ja.
low tension.
Yes. Bow tension. Yes.
No, it's not just sitting down here.
Exactly, you're not shitting. I'm just checking, you know. What's the internal structure of it?
Are there any rabbits around? Coil. Well, to finish the movement, the details, we'll do that another time. From the wide crane, pick up the ball, step, brush knee, low, and strike. Then you have sense that you're already again in a bow stance. Because if you end up on one leg, it's a bit of feeling is asymmetrical in that sense. So after that, just pick up the ball, step, brush, knee, push. And it's a small ball, it's not that big as in the standard form. And one of the latest additions of Sanji's teaching is that you go low and strike. And don't bend over, keeping your verticality. More details later. One test I want to do with you at the Fa Jing. That's what actually your question about the G. Good to have a bit of a feeling. How do you do the Fa Jing in the G? Use your shoulder. Turn around. Better viewing for the. And then it's better to have your hand like this, so I can press in the palm. Because if you don't do that, it's very in-depth massage here. A little bit here. So from here, just try first, like pushing forward and feel how that is. And then you have this circular movement. It's not a coiling in the sense that it's the circle movement. Remember the circle exercises? This is a flat circle. You go. It's a circle movement, it's like opening a jar. Then you have your right hand forward, in front. This. So, feel how it is without the circling, and feel how it is with the. And this is enough. You don't have to push another person to the other side of the room. But give some feedback if it feels different. This or give you a little bit more details. It's also what you practiced before. If you don't want to close yourself first before applying the movement, start with expansion. Just expand already. And then you go, the circle. A little bit. Just as subtle as possible. And this is what most people do. It's collapsing. And then it's very hard to do that. So already the expansion, it's okay to give a little bit of pressure already. And then the circle. And you do it to me. It's just first, just going forward, pushing. And slow, expansion, and circling. That wasn't it.
That wasn't it.
That's it.
There you go.
It's very, very subtle. Not
That's very
Yes.
large movements necessary.
Yeah.
Least effort. The less you
Least
do, the better.
effort. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Verticale houden. Je gaat nog hoger eigenlijk. Dan zie je meer hier. Nu voor mijn gevoel doe ik hem vrij hoog. Ja, ik snap wat je zegt. Ja. Ja, ik hoor het zeggen.
Ja. Ik hoop dat het ook zo blijft.
Camera zit hier, hè?
Nee. Met een cirkelbeweging.
Ja, precies. Nou is het te veel duwen.
Borst doen. Zit goed weg.
Aan het eind deed je nog een keer dat. Dat is die lotus. Maak die cirkel. Ja. Ja. It's move slow. Je wil haast
Ik kom er
maken.
niet uit.
Oké.
Ja, maar ik heb niet zoveel invloed.
Ik heb het idee van de plaatsen in mijn meters te maken.
Daar is die bal op eerst. Dan een cirkel. Kijk, dat is al beter. Toch iets meer collapsed nog. Dus
En ik ben nog steeds in mijn achterste been.
ja, je kunt naar voren. Dan ga je inzetten. En heel veel mensen, dat hebben we vanochtend ook even over gehad. Heel veel mensen hebben de neiging om eerst in te gaan, dan naar buiten. En dan is het alleen maar cirkel. En niet naar voren gaan, niet eens willen om naar voren te gaan. cirkel.
Ja, misschien heb ik gewoon een verkeerde cirkel in mijn hoofd. Ik denk aan
Wat
de
een cirkel.
cirkel. Ja, dus ik moet het veel kleiner maken in de pols.
Ja. Ja, doe nog. Een simpeltje opdraaien. Ja, dat is, je voelt het gelijk.
Ja, nee, maar ik zat echt in de grote cirkel te denken. Daarom zei ik net van, ik zit
Open
helemaal
the
in mijn
jar.
hoofd. Ik heb ook nog zijn feedback gehad, dus ik zit gewoon in een andere soep.
Open the jar.
Je wil dat doen. Alleen maar cirkel. Expansie en cirkel. Cirkel nu. Ja!
Kijk.
En aan het eind deed je toch nog dat. En dat
Ja, dus
is
niet te veel
dat is
strijken.
een hard habit to break.
Ja.
Ja, dat is al
Hier
beter.
houden.
Dat is al beter. Okay, this is just a little taste of having a little bit of the
Dankjewel, Arjen.
Fa Jing movement in the G and how you can practice it. It is not an easy movement. And at some point, it becomes easier when you, because that's one of the applications, one of the really nasty applications of Peng Jian, is when you punch, it is the Peng Ji. And that's all. This is all. You feel how nasty that can be.
It is.
Ja, daar precies op die plek,
There's
ja.
a leaky point there, and just do this. That's enough. And when it's not enough, you do arm.
Dus dat is dus jong.
Okay, it's time to finish. Do a little bit of closing because it's a lot to take in. Fortunately, we have an external memory now. I'm gonna go, just breathe in, and all the busyness in your head, bring that down to the floor, to the ground. Now bring your hands to the dantian. Make the small circulation from the dantian to the yuan, to the mingmen. Breathe in. From mingmen to dantian, breathe out. And circulate. Small circulation. Make the circle a little larger to the microcosmic orbit. Back up over the head, going down. Breathe out. Breathe in to the back, up to the front, down. Now with the breathing, bring your attention down to the feet. Attention to the bottom of your feet. To the floor, to the ground underneath your feet.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, line up for the camera. Thank you all. Hard work. Let it sink in. Till the next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.